Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Philippines, Japan, and United States conduct 15th multilateral maritime cooperative activity in West Philippine Sea. Philippine Military Academy cadet graduates from Republic of Korea Air Force Academy. More local farmers to benefit from NFA's East Palaybayang standards. Philippines unveils a ASEAN 2026 anthem. Good day everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo in Quezon City. Today is Friday, February 27, and this is AFP Community News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. In behalf of Rob Suzon Abay, this is Jhai Simbajon here to bring you today's stories. DWDD Armed Forces News. The Armed Forces of the Philippines, with the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force and United States Indo-Pacific Command, conducted the 15th Multilateral Maritime Cooperative Activity from 20 to 26 February 2026 in the West Philippine Sea. Exercise series included communications check exercise, maritime domain awareness, replenishment at sea, friendly flight or joint air patrol, flybys, division tactics, officer of the watch maneuvers, photo exercise, and an anti-submarine warfare exercise. Philippine assets included the Navy's BRP Antonio Luna with an embarked AW-159 helicopter, along with the Philippine Air Force's aircraft such as FA-50 fighter jets, C-28B 829 Super Tucano, and a Soko search and rescue helicopter, while the Philippine Coast Guard deployed BRP Gabriela Silang. Meanwhile, the 15th MMCA was the second MMCA of the year and highlights the ongoing dedication of partner forces to boost interoperability, strengthen maritime security, and advance maritime domain awareness in the area. DWDD Armed Forces News. And Philippine Military Academy cadet Euninio Joaquin F. Manuel successfully completed his cadetship at the Republic of Korea Air Force Academy in South Korea. Manuel, originally a member of PMA Bagong Sinag class of 2024, was sent to Rocafa on January 21, 2022 to continue his education and cadetship training under the Philippines Republic of Korea Defense Cooperation Framework. He finished his cadetship and earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering. Meanwhile, upon his return, he will be commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Philippine Air Force. DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio. And now let us hear some information from Joanne about Tabuk City, Kalinga, set to be declared insurgency-free. Joanne?
The 103rd Infantry Mabalasik Battalion Philippine Army participated in a coordination meeting as Tabuk City, Kalinga is set to be formally declared under the State of Stable Internal Peace and Security this March 2026. The State of Stable Internal Peace and Security Declaration affirms that an area has successfully addressed security challenges and achieved a sustained state of peace and stability. It reflects the strong collaboration among security forces, local government units, and the community in upholding law and order. The formal declaration of Tabuk City under the State of Stable Internal Peace and Security marks a significant milestone, highlighting the city's continued progress toward enhanced public safety, good governance, and an environment conducive to growth and development. This is John Sagaok reporting for AFP Community News 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the 601st Infantry Brigade, led by Brigadier General Edgar L. Catu, joined the Peace Dialogue for Tidoray tribal leaders along with the Bangsamoro Parliament, Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, held at the 90th Infantry Battalion Headquarters at Barangay Cabenge, Dato Saudi, Ampatuan, Maguindanao del Sur. The meeting aims to address issues concerning security, peace, and development especially the matter of ancestral domain and the ongoing political boundary issues affecting the indigenous Tiduray people. Brigadier General Cato emphasized the role of the military as a partner of the community and said that the Philippine Army's presence is not only to ensure security but also to serve as a bridge of understanding. Meanwhile, in his message of support, JTF Central and 6th Infantry Campilan Division Commander Major General Jose Vladimir R. Cagara highlighted that peace is the result of unity and respect for the culture and rights of everyone, and 6th ID supports all legitimate steps to resolve issues regarding ancestral domain and political boundaries.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the 11th Civil Military Operations Battalion, under the operational control of the National Capital Region Command, conducted a People's Organization Forum and Serbisyo Caravan at the covered court of Disciplina Village, Barangay Ugong, Valenzuela City. 11th CIMO BN sa 1st Civil Military Operations Kapisan Company initiated a People's Organization Forum in Barangay Ugong, Valenzuela City in collaboration with the Valenzuela City Police Station and the Task Force Balikloob. During the conduct of the said initiative, approximately 300 residents benefited from the services rendered by the troops with its partners and stakeholders. Meanwhile, the program offered free medical consultations, medicines, eyeglasses, massages, haircuts, PhilHealth registration, included discussions on PhilHealth's Yakap program, Philippine Army recruitment and security awareness, kabataan kontra droga at terorismo, and a community leader's testimony, capped by a commitment signing symbolizing unity and development.
DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio.
And we have more updates from Mel Joy about Marine Battalion Landing Team 10 conducts West Philippine Sea Information Drive during Provincial Camp in Cagayan. Mel Joy?
Yes, good afternoon. The Marine Battalion Landing Team 10 under the 4th Marine Brigade conducted a West Philippine Sea Information Drive and provided area security during the provincial camp of the Girl Scouts of the Philippines, which was attended by approximately 3,000 Girl Scouts at Barangay Centro, Ballesteros, Cagayan. The initiative aimed to engage the youth in understanding the importance of the West Philippine Sea, the country's sovereign rights within its territorial waters and exclusive economic zone, and the role of every Filipino in safeguarding the nation's maritime resources. During the activity, the Marine Battalion Landing Team 10 personnel conducted briefings and interactive discussions to promote awareness on national sovereignty, maritime security, and the strategic significance of the West Philippine Sea. Simultaneously, the unit ensured the safety and orderly conduct of the camp, demonstrating the Marines' commitment to community engagement and civil-military cooperation. This effort highlights Marine Battalion Landing Team 10's ongoing dedication to educating the youth and fostering responsible citizenship in the province of Cagayan. This is Meljoy Nasho Oroco reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the 6th Infantry Campilan Division held a ceremonial turnover of newly acquired and refurbished equipment. In a ceremony at the division headquarters in Camp Siongco, Awang, Dato din Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. The newly obtained equipment and supplies were consecrated in a traditional ceremony, asking for divine guidance and safeguarding for the soldiers who will use the gear in their duties. 6th ID and Joint Task Force Central Commander Major General Jose Vladimir R. Cagara, represented by Colonel Manuel Leo Gador, Chief of Staff of the 6th ID, conveyed his deep appreciation for the increased resources and stated that the successful transition represents their dedication to empowering the staff in the field. Meanwhile, the successful turnover represents the official acknowledgement of these assets to bolster operational preparedness and improve the combat effectiveness of 6th ID's subordinate units.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for our national news,
DWDD National News.
more local rice farmers are expected to benefit as the National Food Authority eased its requirement for palay procurement. This follows a public consultation with local farmers, millers, field officials, and other stakeholders. NFA Administrator Larry Lacson said the eased standards would allow the NFA to procure more palay and provide local farmers with higher income. Lacson said this is in line with the directive of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. to support local farmers as the country approaches the peak harvest for the dry season next month. The NFA recalibrated its acceptable posture content from the current 12% to 14% to a minimum of 11% for clean and dry palay.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio Report.
On the other line, let us hear more from Kath about Tactical Operations Group 1 coordinates with SM La Union for Philippine Air Force Mall Exhibit 2026. Kath?
Yes, Jhai, good noon. Personnel of Tactical Operations Group 1 conducted a coordination meeting with representatives of SM La Union in preparation for the upcoming Philippine Air Force Mall Exhibit 2026. The three-day exhibit forms part of the pre-anniversary activities of the Philippine Air Force, showcasing its broad operational capabilities, including territorial defense, air and maritime domain awareness, pilot training, humanitarian assistance and disaster response, combat utility operations, and force protection. The event will also serve as a platform for information dissemination and recruitment, giving the public the opportunity to gain first-hand insight into the Air Force missions, accomplishments, and virtual contributions to national security. The activity participation of TOG-1 highlights its continuing commitment to strengthen community engagement, enhancing public awareness, and promoting the programs and initiatives of the Philippine Air Force. This is Kat reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Kath.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Social Welfare and Development reported significant gains in its peace and reintegration initiatives. This is through the agency's Peace and Development Buong Bansa Mapayapa National Program Management Office. PDBBM and PMO Director Miramel Laksa highlighted the department's strengthened social case management for former members of non-state armed groups. Laksa said the program has reached 27,432 beneficiaries, or 84.88% of its target, including 24,912 former Moro Islamic Liberation Front members. She added that under the direction of Secretary Rex Gatchalian, the DSWD seeks to ensure that these ex-combatants receive proper assistance and prevent them from returning to their former armed groups.
DWDD National News.
And efforts to integrate artificial intelligence in public schools in the Philippines will help reduce teachers' workload. DepEd Education Center for AI Research Governance and Delivery led Elmo Domino said that in the system serving over 24 million learners, even a 1% gain in efficiency has a massive impact on the country's education system. This month, the center presented its AI scaling framework at the AI Impact Summit held at the Bharat Mandapam Convention Center in India. During the summit, they highlighted systems used in the Philippines, including Sigla and Sabay, which serve as administrative and academic support to public school teachers. The Sigla, an automated system used for health monitoring and reporting, helped about 34,000 educators with an estimated 60,000 hours saved per year.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio Report.
And now some information from Beth about 3rd Marine Brigade showcases static display for San Jose National High School students. Beth?
The 3rd Marine Brigade conducted a static display for senior high school students at San Jose National High School at the brigade headquarters in the Barangay Tinigiban, Puerto Princesa City, Palawan. The activities form part of the culminating requirements of the students aimed at providing them with a first-hand exposure to the rules. These responsibilities and operational capabilities of the Philippine Marine Corps. During the visit, students were able to closely view various military equipment and assets, interact with the Marine personnel, and gain deeper understanding of the brigade's mission in safeguarding the country's maritime care and sustaining peace and abilities in Palawan. The static displays not only strengthened with the awareness of the brigade's capabilities but also inspired for appreciation for the discipline, dedication, and professionalism demanded in the military service. This is Beth Saneta reporting for the AFP Community News, one AFP for the stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Tanyete.
DWDD National News.
And Leyte 1st District Representative Ferdinand Martin Romualdez is pushing for the immediate passage of a measure granting a monthly rental housing subsidy for millions of informal settlers' families. Under the proposed Subsidy Program Act, eligible ISFs shall receive a rental subsidy of 3,500 for those living in Metro Manila. For those living in other regions, the rate shall be determined by the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development and Department of Economy, Planning and Development, taking into consideration the prevailing minimum wage and rental rates per region. However, the financial aid shall not exceed the actual rent. Romualdez said the proposed measure also seeks to provide social protection and support to ISFs in accessing the formal housing market under the DHSUD.
DWDD National News.
And House Speaker Faustino D. III has ordered the fast-tracking of a sweeping overhaul of the country's wage system. This consolidated key bills that would establish a single national minimum wage and abolish the regional tripartite wages and productivity boards. D directed that the consolidated bill be included in the plenary agenda for discussion next week and committed for the House to tackle the measure immediately to secure its passage by Labor Day. The House Speaker emphasized that they owe the workers a fair and unified wage system under the House, and the House will act on this.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear more updates from Jimboy about Balayan declares stable internal peace and security status. Jimboy?
The municipality of Balayan has officially attained stable internal peace and security status. The milestone underscores strong leadership and close collaboration among the local government unit, the Philippine National Police, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, partner agencies, and community stakeholders. Brigadier General Ernest John C. Jadong emphasized that the declaration of SIP is the result of systematic effort, sustained community vigilance, and the active empowerment of the youth sector. He further encouraged parent and local government unit to intensify youth development, education, and awareness initiative to shield young people from deceptive recruitment and misinformation. This is Jimboy reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jimboy.
DWDD National News.
And the Philippines unveiled the official anthem and music video for its 2026 hosting of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. It conveys its vision of charting a future anchored on solidarity and collective progress. The ASEAN National Organizing Council said that carrying the unifying message of one vision, one ocean, the anthem delivers a steering call for resilience, solidarity, and collective progress. The CNNOC explained that the lyrics portray nations bound by the sea, weathering tides and storms together, guided by hope and a shared purpose. It added that the anthem affirms that ASEAN rises, shines, and moves forward as one community.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Social Welfare and Development is ready to host the 2026 Association of Southeast Asian Nations Socio-Cultural Community Council meetings. This is scheduled at the Peninsula Manila in Makati City on March 2 to 6. DSWD Assistant Secretary Juan Carlo Marquez assured the public that the department has long been preparing for the ASCC meetings and is ready to host the ASEAN senior officials and ministers. Marcos added that apart from the preparations for the actual meetings, the DSWD will also showcase the rich history and culture of the Philippines through heritage tours prepared for ASEAN member delegates.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear some information from Gina about 402nd Infantry Brigade welcomes preschool and daycare learners for Lakbay Bulilit Educational Tour. Gina?
Yes, Jhai, the 402nd Infantry Brigade warmly welcomed 450 preschool and daycare learners along with their teachers and parents for the Lakbay Bulilit Educational Tour at its headquarters in Barangay Bancasi, Butuan City. The Lakbay Bulilit program is designed to introduce young learners to the world of the military in a safe, fun, and educational environment. Through guided tours, interactive activities, and age-appropriate presentations, the children experienced firsthand how the Philippine Army plays a crucial role in maintaining peace and security, responding to disasters, and supporting the local community. The brigade looks forward to continuing programs that inspire curiosity, learning, and a sense of responsibility among children while strengthening ties between the military and the communities it serves. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD National News.
And the Mactan Cebu International Airport has been named among the best airport in Asia Pacific. This is the 5:15 million passengers category of the 2025 Airport Service Quality Customer Experience Awards. Aboitiz Infra Capital of Cebu Airport Corporation Chief Executive Officer Athanasios Itotones said the ASQ Customer Experience Award is meaningful because it reflects the genuine voice of their passengers, the very people they serve every day. ASQ is a global benchmarking program that measures passenger satisfaction in real time while travelers are at the airport.
DWDD National News.
And electoral board members who will be serving in the March 14 special congressional polls in Antipolo City's 2nd District are set to receive at least 11,000 pesos. Based on Commission on Elections Resolution number 11-19-8, the honoraria for the chairperson and members are 12,000 and 11,000 respectively. It added the chairperson and members of the EB shall be entitled to compensation depending on their designation, which is inclusive of honoraria, travel, communication, and meal allowances. The poll body added that EB chairs and members will get a minimum of 10 days of service credits if they are government employees.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
Another update from Erica about 5th Marine Battalion kicks off Sports Fest 2026. Erica?
Like the 5th Marine Rifle Battalion officially opens Sport Fest 2026 in a spirited ceremony led by Commanding Officer Major Victor D. Donke, Philippine Navy Marines. The event featured the presentation of company muses, with the 25th Marine Company winning the Best Muse title. Personnel competed in various sports events and traditional Filipino games, including tug of war, promoting discipline, teamwork, and sportsmanship. The Sports Fest aims to strengthen unity and camaraderie among officers, enlisted personnel, and stakeholders through healthy competition. This is Erica reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Erica.
DWDD National News.
And for our final news, warm and humid weather will prevail across the country due to the easterlies. Pagasa said easterlies could also cause thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon and evening. The Weather Bureau also warned that severe thunderstorms could result in flash floods or landslides. Meanwhile, Pagasa weather specialist Leon Loreto said no weather disturbance is expected to affect the country in the next 4 to 5 days. Moderate winds and moderate coastal waters are forecast across the eastern sections of the Visayas and Mindanao.
DWDD National News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us, especially to our audience in our DWDD AFP Radio Facebook page. Don't forget to tune in next week for more updates, same time, same station. Again, this is Jhai Simbajon for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.